This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. To the second.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Get him now. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Hey, 31. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, 55.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Watch twitch. Hey, 24. Hey, 24.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
First down, Houston.
Alert.
On 1st and 10, Watson steps away to his left. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Flushed out right. Going deep for... And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down.
Listen to that. 19. Let's go, D. Double time. Double time.
From the red zone now, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
At After the interception, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
0, 0, 0. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 25, check 25. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Good touch.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 12, 12. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Got it.
Wilson. No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The first carry for C.J. Procise. He's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Bang out. Check 3.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh?
Here we go, D. Far left. Motion.
Hey, thank you.
Now Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, That's a sack. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returnable for Lockett. An unbelievable punt there. We're talking 70-plus yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Watch the slant. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Begin.
On first down, Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
55. Hey, eat. Here we go. Go. Good job right there. Just one. Watching you five. Hey, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On first down, Watson. Flush to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check. SOS. Joker.
36 power.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Carter. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. First down, a run with Hyde. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Push him back.
Now Hyde running right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go, D. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Watson on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 26-yard line.
That's right, baby.
Mike 57. Get that ball. Get that ball. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Okay, double it. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Bring it. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Woo! Hey, switch gears.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Texans scoop it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And maybe that one